Hello again. So it's going to be feeling more like winter as we go through the next few days. A real dip in temperatures across the country. Now on the plus side, hopefully we'll get to see a bit more in the way of sunshine. However, still the risk of a few showers. These could be wintry in nature, and of course there will be some frost, potentially some ice out there too. So let's take a look at the bigger picture. We can see we've got this cold front sinking its way southwards over the next 24 hours or so, and it's behind that we start to draw in that cold Arctic air, and then this low pressure here potentially bringing some showers on Tuesday. More about that in a moment. In the meantime, for the rest of tonight, well, for most of us it stays dry out there, lengthy clear skies, but it's certainly going to be feeling cold out there tonight. In fact, there will be a frost across many areas, and that will take us into a nippy start to the day on Monday morning. But on the plus side, as I say, plenty of sunshine. Might just be the odd sneaky shower, but for most of us it will be a dry day, sunny skies for many. But wherever you are, wrap up warm. We're looking at highs at best anywhere between 5, possibly even 8 degrees. Now looking further ahead towards Tuesday, well, we have got low pressure taking over, and you can see it's going to be driving some showery rain across parts of the UK, and there is a chance as that collides with that cold air, it could be turning to some sleet and some snow in places, especially across the higher ground. But overall, as we go through the next few days, it's staying cold by day. Daytime highs between 6 and 8 degrees, and some very cold nights out there. So as I say, the risk of some frost, potentially some icy stretches in places. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and a very good evening to you. So it's going to be feeling more like winter as we go through the next few days. A real dip in temperatures across the region. Now on the plus side, hopefully we'll get to see a bit more in the way of sunshine. However, there is the risk we could be seeing a few showers, and they could be wintry in nature. And of course there will be some frost around, and the risk of some icy stretches if we do see those showers too. So this is what's happening. You can see high pressure fairly close by at the moment. We've got this cold front sinking its way southward, and it's behind that we start to draw in that chilly Arctic air. Now for the rest of this evening and tonight, maybe the odd shower, but for most of us it will be dry, and those skies will continue to clear, so it is going to be turning chilly out there tonight. In fact, cold enough for a frost in places, and that means for your Monday morning a nippy start to the day first thing. Now again, maybe the odd shower here and there, but for most of us it will be dry, and look at that, plenty of sunshine as we go through the afternoon. But wherever you are, you'll certainly need to wrap up warm. We're expecting daytime highs there just between 5 and 7 degrees at best. Now looking ahead towards Tuesday, we've got low pressure this time dominating. That's going to be driving some showers across the UK. Now there is a bit of uncertainty about this, but as those showers collide with that cold air, there is the risk some of those showers could be turning a little bit wintry in places, especially as we go through Tuesday night and into Wednesday. Low for most of us, actually still a good deal of dry weather in the forecast. The main talking point, it will be cold by day, very cold at night, some frost, potentially some ice in places. Bye-bye. Hello again. It's going to be feeling more like winter as we go through the next few days. A real dip in temperatures across our region. Now on the plus side, hopefully we'll get to see a bit more in the way of sunshine out there, but there is the risk we could be seeing 1 or 2 showers, and some of these could be wintry in place, and of course that does bring the risk of some frost and some ice out there too. So this is the bigger picture. We've got this cold front here that's continuing to push its way southwards. It's behind that we start to draw in that pretty cold Arctic air, and you can see on Tuesday low pressure lurking nearby brings a risk of a few showers, and that's what could be wintry across places. More about that in a moment. In the meantime, for the rest of tonight, well, still a chance of 1 or 2 showers in places, and quite blustery too the further east that we are. But for most of us tonight, we'll be dry, clearing skies, and that's going to allow those temperatures to turn quite chilly tonight. So as I say, there will be a frost in places. So a nippy start to your Monday morning, the chance of 1 or 2 showers here and there. But for most of us, it will be a dry day, beautiful autumnal sunshine as we go through the afternoon, but wrap up warm wherever you are. It's certainly going to be a cold one. Highs there generally up to around 6 or 7 degrees at best. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we've got this low pressure lurking close by on Tuesday. Bit of uncertainty about it at the moment, but it looks like it is going to drive some showers across parts of the UK. And as those showers collide with that cold air, there is the risk some of those showers could be a little bit wintry in nature, especially as we go into Wednesday. But as I say, the main talking point this week, very cold by day and chilly at night, the risk of frost and ice in places. Bye-bye. Hello again. Well, it's going to be feeling more like winter as we go through the next few days. A real dip in temperatures across the capital. Now, on the plus side, hopefully we'll get to see more in the way of sunshine. However, we'll see the return of the frost in places. So you can see as we go through the next 24 hours or so, we've got this cold front that's slipping its way southwards, and behind that we start to draw in that cold Arctic air. So in the meantime, coming back to the rest of this evening and tonight, well, there may be the odd shower around, but for most of us, it will be dry out there, and for many areas, clear skies, and that's going to allow those temperatures to tumble. And as I say, there will be a touch of frost in one or two areas. So a nippy start to your Monday morning. Once again, there might be the odd shower here and there, but for most of us, it will be a dry start to the working week. It looks like we'll see plenty of sunshine as we go through the afternoon, but wrap up warm wherever you are tomorrow. Only expecting highs this time up to around 7 to 9 degrees. Now, looking further ahead, you can see on Tuesday, low pressure is dominating. Now, it looks like that's going to drive some showery rain across parts of the UK. And as these showers collide with that cold air, it looks like we could be seeing a few wintry showers in places. So we might just see the odd little flurry arriving in the capital. But for most of us, it looks like actually it is going to stay largely dry out there, more in the way of sunshine. As I say, the main talking point as we go through the next few days is those temperatures. Cold by day. We're only looking at highs there between 6 to 9 degrees and some very chilly nights. So we will be seeing some frost, as I say, in places. Do have a lovely evening. Bye bye for now. Hello again. Hope you've all had a lovely day so far. Well, it's going to be feeling more like winter as we go through the next few days, feeling pretty chilly across many parts of the region. Now, on the plus side, though, hopefully we'll get to see more in the way of sunshine, but there is the risk we could be seeing one or two wintry showers in places. And of course, that does bring the risk of some frost and some ice out there too. So this is the setup. You can see we've got this front sinking its way southwards. Behind that, we start to draw in that very chilly air, especially as we go through the start of this week. On Tuesday, we're keeping our eye on this little feature here, an area of low pressure. That's what brings the threat of some showers our way, and colliding with that cold air, there is the chance some of those can be turning wintry in one or two areas. Keep your eye on the forecast throughout tomorrow for that. Now, in the meantime, for the rest of this evening, may just be one or two showers across more eastern parts, but for most of us, actually, a good deal of dry weather, clear skies as we edge through the night, and it's going to be turning quite chilly. In fact, cold enough for a touch of frost in places. Of course, that means a nippy start to Monday morning. May again be one or two showers around, but for most of us, dry, and we're going to see beautiful sunny skies as we go through the afternoon. But wherever you are tomorrow, you'll certainly need to wrap up warm. Quite a chilly day. Highs there 7 or 8 degrees. And then looking further ahead, as I mentioned on Tuesday, we've got low pressure this time in charge of things, and you can see some areas of showers working their way towards us. And because it's quite chilly, that's when we could see the risk of something wintry across the region. So in a nutshell, it's going to be cold as we go through the week, and there is the risk of some frost and some ice in places too. Bye bye. Hello again. Hope you've all had a lovely day so far. Well, it's going to be feeling more like winter as we go through the next few days. You'll certainly notice a real difference in those temperatures, feeling much colder out there for many. Now, on the plus side, there will be more in the way of sunshine at times, but there is the risk we could be seeing one or two wintry showers across the region. And of course, that brings the risk of some frost and some ice in places. So you can see as we go through the next few days, we've got this cold front continuing to push its way southwards, and behind that, that's when that real cold Arctic air will be tucking in. For most of us, though, on Monday, largely dry, give or take a few showers out towards more coastal parts. And you can see low pressure here. That's going to bring a system our way on Tuesday. And as I say, some of that could be turning to sleet, possibly even some wet snow in places. Now, in the meantime, back to the rest of this evening. Well, still a chance of one or two showers, could be the odd heavy one around. But for most of us, as we edge overnight, there will be a good deal of dry and clear weather, especially the further west that we come, and that's going to allow those temperatures to turn pretty chilly, so there will be a touch of frost in sheltered areas. But for many, actually quite a breeze out there tomorrow morning. There's some cloud and a few showers around, but hopefully we're going to get to see more in the way of sunshine, so stunning skies away from those showers. But wherever you are tomorrow, you'll certainly need to wrap up warm. It's going to be a chilly day for many, temperatures ranging anywhere between 7 and 9 degrees. Factor in that breeze along the coast, what's going to be feeling even colder. Then, as I mentioned earlier, on Tuesday, we've got low pressure close by. We're going to see one or two showers in places. And as I mentioned earlier, some of those could be turning wintry in places. Do take care.